Okay, so we should be live right about now, guys. Hello, guys. Oh, let me actually turn my lights on here. Sorry about that. Hello, guys. This is What About Nintendo, and today I am here for another coffee talk. Today we're going over a ton of really cool stuff and something that came up just today, and that's why this one's kind of late, is I had to get everything set up for that new topic, because I usually get everything set up the night before, but some cool stuff came out this morning, set us up for that. Also, OBS was being really weird. It wasn't picking up my mic, and it wasn't picking up my desktop audio, so I had to restart it and fix everything. So that's why we're about 10 minutes late, so sorry about that. But hey, Tiny House Gamer, hey Josh Sheriff, how you guys doing? We're gonna get a lot of cool stuff, including the new topic that just came out this morning that held me up, which is StarFox is going to be getting a new racing game by Retro Studios. So StarFox racing game from Retro Studios. Platinum Games talking about a new action game that they're making that might turn the entire genre on its head. Obviously, Platinum makes some really good action games, so that's exciting. And some other general news that came out over the weekend and before, when we weren't doing Coffee Talk for a whole week because my stupid sunburn was keeping me I had to sleep all day. It was terrible. But we're back, we're better than ever, and we're ready to go. So let's get right on into it. So first off, start with the small news and work our way up. The NES Classic Edition will be available once again to purchase on June 29th. We had already heard the NES Classic was going to be coming back, and that we were going to be able to purchase it once again. They were going to keep remaking it because they stopped production for a bit, but they're starting production up again. It's going to be available to buy June 29th. My response to this is, I pretty much no longer care, because with the online service in September, we're getting 20 free NES games with online play with the online service. So 20 bucks for a year, something I'm already going to buy because I play Mario Kart 8, Splatoon, Smash, all kinds of games online all the time. So I'm already getting that, and I'm getting 20 free NES games on top of that. So it's like, why do I need this NES Classic Edition? And it has online play with some of these games. I don't need an NES Classic Edition for 10 more games that I probably don't even care about. Maybe there'll be a couple games in here I'm like, oh, man, kind of wish I had an NES Classic. But they also said they're adding games regularly, so those games could also come. And the biggest game I wanted to play was the original, Zelda, the original Mario, Metroid. Those games are coming. Metroid isn't confirmed, but the original Mario, Mario 2, and Mario 3, I believe, are all confirmed to the service. And so is the original Zelda. So why do I need an NES Classic? You tell me, Nintendo. Why do I need to pay $60 for an NES Classic when you're giving me all these games for free with the online service? I don't know. Maybe you guys have a reason you'd want an NES Classic, but for me, I literally have no reason to buy this. I have no idea why anyone would care anymore if you have a Switch and you're going to get the online service. Next up is something I am excited about and I do want to get, and that is the Zelda Masterworks art book is being localized and it's available to pre-order. It's going to be coming out November 20th, very far off still, but you can pre-order it now. It's 40 bucks and it is amazing. As you can see right here, look at that beauty. Look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I kind of like the Japanese art, or the Japanese logo on the front, but obviously we're going to get it in English. Hopefully it has the same cover. It might have a slightly different one. I'm not sure. They don't actually have any pictures on Amazon, so I had to find pictures of the Japanese one. But I'm assuming it'll look pretty much the same. But just to read what it is, it says, you guys can look at that for a bit while I read this. It says, this oversized hardcover is the ultimate companion to the award-winning video game, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and includes material from both of its DLC packs. This book features nearly 50 pages of sketches and official illustrations from Takumi Wada, 296 pages of design artwork and commentary about the making of the game from creators, and a 55-page historical section that divulges the story of Hyrule as it is known in-game, and interviews with key members of the development team, Hidemaru Fujibayashi, Satoru Takezawa, Takumi Wada, and Eiji Aonuma. Witness the making of a champion. So, how many pages is that? 55 pages plus 50 pages, 105 plus 296. So, let's see, 200 plus 100 plus 200, so that's 396 plus 5, 401 pages, guys. 400, if I didn't do the math wrong, I'm pretty sure I didn't. 401 freaking pages of Zelda awesomeness. Like, I have to have this. It's $40. So you can pre-order it now. Yeah, I'm getting this. Like, no questions asked. I'm getting this. I'm gonna look at it on the channel. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, that thing looks amazing. I'll drink coffee to that, because it's just that good. Oh my gosh. Cannot wait. I really wish this was coming out earlier than November 20th, because that's a long way off. But, I mean, 401 pages does take a while to translate, so I get it. It makes sense. You know, it takes a while for these things. But I have my Xenoblade art book. Or my it's not even completely art. It's like got, you know, design stuff and everything. And it's also really big, and I showed it off because I got it in my $100 collectible edition of Xenoblade 2. You're not really a Zelda fan, but that looks awesome. Dude, it totally looks awesome. How could you not be a Zelda fan? How shunned? Be shunned. I'm just kidding. Everyone likes different things. Everyone has their own opinions. But I have the Xenoblade 1, and it is so good. The art is super high resolution. It's all widescreen, oversized hardcover, so it's all widescreen photos and stuff. It's amazing. I love these kind of things. Yeah. Cannot wait to get this. I probably won't pre-order it right away, but as soon as I can. I still gotta pay for that soundproofing, man. I still haven't done that. I need to get on that. My parents are gonna help me with that, which is why I haven't done it, because I don't know how much they're giving me for that. But I have about $239 to spend on it at the moment, so we'll see. Anyways, you guys don't care about that because you care about video game news. So let's move on to the next part. And the next thing we have up here is, oh my gosh, that makes my face really red. There's just a big red logo on screen. Is that, if I can find it, we have another look at the Octo expansion for the Splatoon 2, so it's the story DLC. So we have another look, very short, but we're going to look at that. So we're actually going to pause the music here right quick. I'm going to go back to the video, full screen that. We are going to turn into display capture mode. Let me turn off this. And we're going to watch it. So I'm going to mute myself while we're watching this. Just not very long. It's 46 seconds, but we're going to watch this real quick. Alright, that was it. Just wanted to show you guys that real quick. There's not really that much to talk about. They didn't show that much. We got a little bit more of it. I think they're using the stamp enemies in a much different way than they ever have. At least, I haven't actually beaten this Splatoon 2 story mode, so maybe it's not that different from what they do later in the game. I'm like halfway through it or something. I need to go back and finish that. I'm really interested to, you know, play this, but they're using them instead of, like, stamps like to stamp down on you. It's like stamps to move things so you can get around. I thought that was really interesting. I haven't seen that yet, at least. I think that's something, if I'm not mistaken, that is pretty unique to the Octo expansion. Let's turn that music on. Sorry for the background noise for you guys. Sorry about that. Looks like some sort of puzzle with the balloons. Yeah, it looks like you shoot the balloons and it makes them... I don't think... Actually, it kind of looked like the balloons didn't have much to do with it. In my mind, what happened, at least when I saw it, was that the stamps try to stamp you, but they can't. So they just flip the platform, and the balloons are to ink it so that you can get up quickly. I think that's all the balloons are for, is to ink it so that you don't have to ink it yourself. Because it would take too long, and then the stamps would move back and you would just fall and you wouldn't be able to get through in time. So I think the balloons like get their attention and ink the surface of it so you can get through in time without having to bother, you know, inking it yourself. At least that's how I thought. Yeah, just so that you can swamp them. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But the stamps, they like kind of see you and they're like, oh, I'm gonna kill you, but I can't because I'm this gigantic like platform thing. So I thought that was interesting. New twist on that. But not much else to talk about there. It's a short topic I wanted to throw in just because we can. So on to the next one. And that is another short topic. There's going to be a couple of these before we get to the big ones. Is that Nintendo was the third most seen gaming brand on TV in April 2018 in the United States, this says the US. Let me read this exactly. So, VentureBeat gives us some insights into the video game industry, and they have revealed which video game brands were most seen by consumers in North America during April 2018. So, PS4 is in first. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I mean, have you not been on... If you've been on Twitch or pretty much YouTube or like anywhere, you've seen a bajillion, million, gargillion God of War advertisements. I mean, they're everywhere. It makes me kind of sick of seeing God of War sometimes, even though I think that game looks like it's actually pretty good. I want to pick it up. I have a PS4 right here. So I actually do want to pick that up and try it out eventually. I'll probably wait for a price drop first, because I don't really buy new games on my PS4. I have like a big back catalog. It's actually my father's PS4. So, anyways, long story short, PS4 is on top. 64.3% of money spent on advertisements in the United States. 64.3%. That is over 50% of the marketplace. Next up, number 2 is 14.1%, not Nintendo, but actually Foxnet Games, which I don't know what that is. I don't know who Foxnet Games is. I don't know. Apparently that's mobile games or something. I haven't really seen any of their advertisements, so I don't know. Maybe I have seen mobile games. I just didn't know it's from Foxnet because I haven't really seen anything that said Foxnet, but I've seen mobile game ads, so maybe those are from Foxnet. Third, however, is Nintendo at 10.5%. So they spent $3.4 million on advertisements in the month of April. $3.4 million, which is only roughly a sixth of what PlayStation spent and how much they got seen in the same time period, which is not good, but where is Xbox on this? I have to say, Xbox is not on this chart. It isn't. It's in the other section. So there's PlayStation on top, then Foxnet Games, then Nintendo, then King, whoever that is, then Inno Games, whoever that is, and then other. Xbox is not on this list. What are they doing? What is Xbox doing? Why are they not on this list? Why? Why are they not on this list? Like, Nintendo is usually the one to not be on the list. They're usually the one to, like, never advertise. Ever. But they're number 3. And they're doing more than ever. I see Nintendo ads. I don't know about you guys, but I see Nintendo ads quite a bit. Not as much as PlayStation, because I see those like everywhere. And I'm just like, shut up, PlayStation. I already know. You've sent me the same 30-second unskippable ad like 50 times. Shut up. Nintendo, I'm like, oh. Like, whoa, a little Nintendo game. No, what's this? I've never heard of Foxnet Games either, or King, or Eno Games. I think when you see like a mobile ad, it's probably one of these. I get like different mobile ads, but they don't say it's from Fox Next. Even though it might be from Fox Next, I'm thinking that's what it is. They just don't say. Like Fox Next, I think is the one who is the advertisement company that mobile games. This is just my speculation, but I'm speculating that maybe they're an advertisement company that mobile games pay to advertise their stuff, but they don't actually get branding. You know what I'm saying? All the branding goes to the specific mobile app instead of Fox Next Games. Fox Next Games just gets paid to advertise stuff. That's what I'm thinking. That makes sense to me, but I'm not exactly sure because I've never heard of Fox Next Games. Never. And they're the second most advertised games. Like, how is that possible? Like, obviously there's something where I'm missing here, so that's just my theory. Yeah, Nintendo doing pretty good, all things considered, in the advertisement space. I see advertisements for them a lot. Obviously, I see PlayStation advertisements probably too much, actually. Because it gets to the point when you see an ad so many times, you just get annoyed with that ad, and then you end up not purchasing it. Have you guys ever done that? Like you've seen something, and you see it so many times, you're just like, shut up, I do not care anymore. It's like, I think PlayStation's kind of in that territory sometimes. Even though I still want to get God of War, it's just kind of like, okay, shut up, I don't want to hear about it anymore. Like, just leave me alone. But let's move on, because this is actually not that important of a topic. And to another really short topic, and that is that. I can pull up the picture here. This is just artwork that somebody made. Somebody is really good at making artwork. I don't know, it didn't have I give him a shout out, but it didn't have a little, didn't have a signature, so whatever. Nintendo applied for a Zelda Triforce trademark. So, Nintendo's trademarked the Triforce. Why is this important? Normally it wouldn't be important, but there's one thing that they did. It's the systems that they trademarked it for that is interesting. They trademarked it not only for the Nintendo 3DS, not only for the Nintendo Switch, but they also trademarked it for use on cell phones. So, Nintendo has applied for a smartphone Triforce trademark as well as the 3DS and Nintendo Switch, which leads me to believe, because we went back when they first were talking about, mobile games, they kind of mentioned that they wanted to make a Zelda mobile game, which I think would work really well, like a top-down 2D Zelda game, mobile, like, that would work really well. Touchscreen controls would be great for that. It wouldn't maybe be as good as, say, a stick, actual controller, but I think it wouldn't be that hard to map it to work fairly nicely with touchscreen controls. I'd love to have some, awesome Zelda puzzles and dungeons to go through, on the go on my cell phone. That'd be great, even more on the go than Zelda. I mean, because you can just fit the cell phone in your pocket. So it's even more on the go than that. And I feel like that's the kind of game, like just a small little Zelda, some Zelda goodies on my phone that probably wouldn't come to the Switch, for a couple of years, and it'd be like an actual full-fledged game. So while I'm waiting for, an actual full-fledged 2D Zelda game or a full-fledged, new 3D Zelda game, I could play some good old Zelda dungeons on my phone. I think that would be really good. Obviously, it doesn't even get close to replacing an actual Zelda game, but it's just nice, in between those I can play some good old Zelda mobile. It is really annoying. It's like those League of Legends ads. Probably, that's what I'm thinking. It's probably the League of Legends ads and stuff like that. But I don't know what you guys think. Would you guys... Well, you said you're not even that big of a Zelda fan, but would you try it if it came to mobile? How many Zelda games have you tried? That is the question. But would you be interested in trying this, just to see if you can get into it on mobile? I, for one, would be very happy if they announced a Zelda mobile game. I think it would make sense. It's like their second biggest franchise. Why has it already not happened? I don't understand why Nintendo hasn't already put that out, especially with the success of Breath of the Wild. You would think they would put out a Zelda mobile game, but not yet. Yeah, just something that could happen, but this doesn't confirm or deny that fact. It's just something that kind of speculative, because they did bother to put the trademark on phones, so maybe there's something to that. But on to the next topic, another quick topic here, and that is Kirby Star Allies has now sold over 500,000 copies in Japan. You probably would check it out, Tiny House Gamer. Good. Yeah, I would think most people would if they even like Nintendo even a little bit, or have heard of Zelda. They're like, it's probably gonna be free. So I mean, like, why not check it out? It's a free Nintendo game on your phone. It sounds awesome. But as of May 6th, Kirby Star Allies has sold 501,288 copies in Japan, quickly passing the 500,000 copy milestone, and that does not include digital downloads, which is a big part of Nintendo Switch game sales these days. So in Japan, over 500,000 copies, which I think is super surprising, because I've heard so many bad things about this game. Like, it's generic, it's only 30 frames per second, which I don't think matters in a slow. It looks pretty slow paced and like not very technical, but some people really have to have 30 FPS in a non-technical, kind of slow-paced 2D platform, whatever. And then I've heard, like, it's short, and so I've heard all these problems about it, but it's still selling like the best Kirby game ever. It's like the fastest selling, it's still the fastest selling Kirby game, and like, why? I don't understand. Like, it's just Kirby on the Switch just sells apparently in Japan, so it's cool. It's cool. Like, I'm glad people are enjoying it enough to buy it. But for me, I didn't end up actually getting it. I liked the demo, but when I heard it was really short and it didn't do anything that interesting outside of the demo, like, I was like, I'm good. I played the demo, I had fun, I'm good now. Never been a huge Kirby fan. Yoshi is the game I'm wanting. That Yoshi game, man, that looks good. You bought it and had fun? Nice. Yeah. I imagine I would buy it and have fun. Question is, would I have $60 worth of fun? Because I am very broke all the time. So, like, it has to be worth the $60 for me to pick up a game. Well, technically, I could get it for like $48 because I have Best Buy Gamers Club, but still, is it worth $48? I might pay $20 for a Kirby game these days. Like, I don't really care about Kirby that much. Like, if it's $20, I'll probably pick it up eventually. But I'm just not a huge Kirby fan. I'm glad to see it doing well, and that people are enjoying it. So it's just not for me. Next one is Monster Hunter Generations. This is the Double Cross logo, but it's pretty much the same, except in English it says Generations. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate is coming to Nintendo Switch August 28th, which is the localized version of Double Cross, which came out in Japan last year. I played the demo. I think I have some demo live stream gameplay up on the channel, actually. But now we're getting an English release to North America August 28th. This is something I was kind of worried wasn't happening, because, like, it's been so long and they didn't have any plans for localization. Now all of a sudden, yep, August 28th, we're getting Monster Hunter on the Nintendo Switch, finally localized. At this point, not gonna lie, I don't care. I literally do not care, because all I'm waiting for is Monster Hunter Worlds on my PC. Like, I'm not a huge Monster Hunter fan, and what I've played of the more hardcore games, they're really slow, kind of clunky, not amazing to control. I don't like the load screens. The world's not very big. The graphics aren't that good. It's just like, for me, as somebody who's not a major hardcore Monster Hunter fan, Worlds is clearly the better experience for me. I understand that a lot of people who are major hardcore Monster Hunter fans are like, World is terrible and it changed all this stuff I liked and it's the combat simplified and too fast and like all this stuff, and it was like, for me, that's perfect. Like, simplify the combat, man. I think it's a little too slow and like clunky and technical and the mainline Monster Hunter games. I'm like, World is perfect for me. I understand it, but I also understand that there's a big audience who like the older Monster Hunter games a lot better. So for those who like that kind of stuff, it's coming to Switch August 28th, and apparently it's like the best version of that type of game. So yeah, very happy for those kind of people. For me, I'm waiting for the PC launch of Monster Hunter Worlds. Hey, World Beer 2, StarFox Racing? What? My thoughts exactly. But we're going to get into that. That's actually our last topic, which is about 2-3 more topics away. So, yeah. But Monster Hunter Generations coming to the Nintendo Switch August 28th. Get hyped if you like that original version of Monster Hunter. For me, I will wait for Monster Hunter Worlds on PC. Next up is Bandai Namco says that they are currently developing multiple original titles for the Nintendo Switch. So, Bandai Namco has been somebody who has been a strong supporter of the Nintendo Switch. They're already planning to release many different titles, including One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 Deluxe Edition and Dark Souls Remastered. But they also said they have current multiple original titles coming to the Nintendo Switch, which is, how I interpret it, is that these will be exclusives. That's just how I interpret it. They didn't necessarily kind of say that, but original titles for the Nintendo Switch sounds to me like it'd be exclusive titles. But they may just mean that they're not ports. Like they're coming day and date with other consoles instead of just being ports. Maybe that's what they mean. But to me it sounds like they're also developing some exclusive titles. So personally, I think there's some ports we still need to see, like Dragon Ball FighterZ, that still needs to come to the Switch. I don't know why that isn't there already. Honestly, that game could run pretty easily on the Switch. And it's Unreal Engine 4, and everyone's begging for it. And the other Dragon Ball games sold like super well on the Switch. I don't know why that's not on there, but I'm also interested to see what they would come up with for original titles for the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, so I don't really know what Bandai Namco does that I care about. I don't even know. What do they do that I would care about? That is the question. Because, like, I'm not really a big fighting game fan. I don't really care that much about Dark Souls. So, I'm wondering what they could release that would make me be interested. That's just my, my point of view. Ni no Kuni 2 is a game that could be cool on the Switch, but that's not an original title, I don't think. So I don't think that counts, but a port of that to the Switch could be cool. They did make Sword Art Online, which I'm a huge fan of that anime, so maybe I'd like that game. But they don't make that many games that I'm like super into. So maybe they'll come up with one of these original titles, and I'm like, oh, that is amazing. I really want to get that. For now, I'm not too big on them, but they do have some cool anime ones, like One Piece. I like One Piece, so maybe I'll check that out. As I said, Sword Art Online, I liked that anime. Maybe I'll check that out, so maybe they'll like their more anime games. I don't know. Ni no Kuni 2, as I said, looks interesting, so I don't know. Bandai Namco are working on Metroid Prime 4. That's another thing I wanted to bring up, thank you for reminding me actually, is that I'm wondering if this refers to Metroid Prime 4 and Smash as well, because there's rumors that they're working once again on Smash, and there's rumors that are almost pretty much confirmed at this point. Like, I'm 90% sure that these are true. Obviously take it with a grain of salt, these could be false, but a lot of really reliable sources have told us that they're working on Metroid Prime 4. All the evidence points to them working on Metroid Prime 4. So I'm wondering if they're talking about that. Like, is that included in this? Is that something that is that one of the things that they're including in this list? Or is it something that they're not including because they're only helping? You know, Nintendo also has their own team making Metroid Prime 4. Like, they're co-developing it with Nintendo. Bandai Namco isn't the, you know, they're not the sole, you know, like Retro Studios was like kind of the sole creators of Metroid Prime 1 through 3. Like, they're not the sole creators of this game. They also have a big Nintendo studio working with them, so very interesting. Hello, let me try to pronounce this name. May Borowski. There was a rumor a long time ago for Pac-Man Maker. Now it doesn't sound too interesting unless it's cool. Pac-Man Maker. It could be cool, I guess. I'm not a big Pac-Man fan. Even like the Super Pac-Man or anything. Like the new Pac-Man games, I don't care about them. You wonder if they'll add Mario Maker to the Switch? I think they will. I don't think there's any way they're not going to. So, I think it's a matter of time. Yeah, there is a lot left from the Mario games that they can put in. A lot left. Yeah. Welcome to the stream, Borowski. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. And if I'm not, I'm sorry. You have a lovely name. I'm just a terrible person. Anyways, yeah, I'm just wondering if this includes Metroid Prime 4 and Smash, or if there are going to be other original titles. I imagine there will be other beyond those. I'm just wondering how many, if they're including Smash and Metroid Prime 4 in this list. But I'm excited to see what they'll come up with for the Nintendo Switch, and I'll definitely check it out to see if it's anything that I would like to buy. Next up, however, is Platinum Games. The creators of Bayonetta 2, as you can see right here, say that they're making an action game that will flip the action genre on its head. So we didn't have that much information, but the head producer of the development division of Platinum Games, Atsushi Inaba, said that the company is making a new action title. A new action title that will innovate. It will so one title in particular they think is new and innovative that you've never seen before. So a genre you've never seen before, or a series you've never seen before, a brand new action series you've never seen before that will turn the action genre on its head. It's a super, super top secret project. In fact, it's so top secret that most people at Platinum Games themselves don't even know about the project except the head lead developers on it, and a very, you know, only the team that's exclusively working on it really knows what the top secret project is. Even the other developers from Platinum Games that are making, say, Bayonetta 3, they don't know what the top secret project is. That's how top secret it is. So it's like that innovative. Now, they haven't said whether or not this is actually coming to the Nintendo Switch, but Platinum Games has a very good relationship with the Nintendo Switch. So, I think it could definitely come to the Nintendo Switch as well. But I think this might be maybe a multi-platform, maybe a Switch exclusive. But I think either way, I think it will come to the Nintendo Switch. But it could not. It could not come to the Nintendo Switch. I just think they have such a good relationship these days that why would it not come to the Nintendo Switch? But I'm interested to see what this is like. How do you turn the action genre on its head? How do you, I guess, do a Breath of the Wild? That's kind of the saying nowadays. You do a Breath of the Wild to things. When you just completely reimagine a series. It's known as like a Breath of the Wild. Like God of War, that was a Breath of the Wild for the God of War series. So that's just like the official term now. So they do a Breath of the Wild to it. That's how just game-changing Breath of the Wild was, I guess. But how are they going to do a Breath of the Wild to the action genre? That is the question. And I'm very curious to see it, because I'm not really a huge Bayonetta fan. I could probably try it, and I'd like the gameplay, but like the story and the setting is just like, I don't care. But the gameplay looks kind of cool. I just don't really care for literally anything else in the game. So it's just not my kind of game. I don't know. I'd need to actually go and try to play it, but from what I've seen, like, I literally don't care about the story at all. Like, it looks not good. But I'm interested to see what they will come up with, because I know a lot of people really, really like the Bayonetta series and other games that Platinum makes. So, I don't know. could come out and be awesome. Just realized my microphone was in the shot. That's how unprofessional. I don't really care. Let's see. A new Super Mario Bros. Game on Switch. That shock everyone. No. Please don't. No new Super Mario Bros. Ever again in the history of ever. A new 2D Mario series that's actually good. That's what we need. Not this new Super Mario Bros. Crap. There's already no point in having a Wii U. Almost all the good games. The only point you would have a Wii U is until Smash comes out. I guess you might want to practice Smash from Wii U. Mario Maker's there, so maybe if you're a really diehard Mario Maker fan, you might still want to keep your Wii U out. And for me, Wind Waker HD. Like, that's it. And if you want to play Wii games, like backwards compatibility with Wii is nice. But other than that, there's not really any reason to own a Wii U. Like, it really isn't. Like, all the other major big games that I can think of. I mean, Yoshi's Woolly World, that's not coming to the Switch. But there's a brand new 2D Yoshi game that is coming to the Switch. So it's like Pikmin 3, that's not coming to the Switch as far as we know. But we know Pikmin 4 is going to be on the Switch pretty soon here, as it's been done for quite a while. So it's like all these games, like even the games we don't have on the Switch, we're getting like a new version. Or, you know, I'm pretty sure that the HD GameCube games on the Wii U, like Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD, I think they'll be on the Switch too. So it's like, there's the tiny bit of reason to have a Wii U is quickly dying. It's about to go poof, gone. And I used to love the Wii U, so I'm not over just here hating on it for no reason. Like, I used to love the console. There's just literally no reason to own one. There's no reason to pay like $180 that they cost these days to get one. Like, it's don't bother. But yeah, Platinum Games making a new action game that will turn the genre on its head. I want you to see, we don't really have that much information though. It's just an exciting prospect. But for the final one, the one that we've all been waiting for, a drum roll please. Okay, it's not all that special. But I really need. I always knock my lights over. You guys can't see, but my light fell. This is Coffee Talk, guys. It's not supposed to be super professional. We're gonna be a little silly here on Coffee Talk. Speaking of, my coffee got a cold. That's not fun. I need like a coffee warmer. I need to look those up on Amazon one day. Get like a coffee warmer that I can like plug into USB and like set down my coffee mug on it. It keeps my coffee warm because it's hard to talk and drink coffee at the same time. So, you know, it takes the entirety of a Coffee Talk to drink a whole cup of coffee, and your coffee's cold in 30 to 40 minutes. So it always sucks that way. But actually getting on in the topic here. Sources from Eurogamer, the extremely reliable but still fallible Eurogamer. The one who pretty much 100% predicted exactly what the Nintendo Switch would be, like to the point where then when they released it, nothing surprised me except exactly how it looked. Like literally I knew everything about the system except exactly how it would look. I knew exactly how it would function before they even revealed it. That's how good Eurogamer is. They still have been wrong in the past. Pokemon Stars is not a thing. It was a thing, but it was just a tech demo for, you know, Pokemon on the Switch. It wasn't actually a game. So they have been wrong before. But according to Eurogamer and some other information we've gotten, leaks from E3 booths and things like that, Retro Studios is working on a brand new StarFox racing game. A StarFox racing game, people. So when this actually came out from other people than Eurogamer. This was just circulating around the internet, and Eurogamer came out and they said this. They said, so what do we believe? Well, as improbable as Retro Studios making a StarFox racing spinoff may sound, Eurogamer sources have heard similar things. So, is this confirmed? Is there, for sure, a StarFox racing game coming from Retro Studios? No, obviously not. But, is it highly likely, since some of the most reliable, you know, leakers on the internet have said that this is happening. Is it likely? I'd say there's about an 80% chance, or maybe a 75% chance that this is true. 75 to 80%, somewhere in there, that this is true. And we have less than a month to wait, guys. We have about 29 days until E3 presentation, when this will be either revealed or not revealed. One of the two. It's going to either be revealed, or it's not going to be revealed. But what do you guys think? Do you want a StarFox racing game? Would you rather say a 2D Donkey Kong game, which I think the music for just popped up, funnily enough? Or would you want a 3D Donkey Kong game? Or would you want a completely new, brand new horror project from Retro Studios, as have been rumored? What do you guys think? Let's see. It's cool. Cool. The Virtual Console on Wii U is still pretty innovative. No. The Virtual Console on Wii U is overpriced, drip-fed, and the emulation on it looks like absolute garbage. That's what the Wii U Virtual Console is. I'll tell you that much. Literally, the emulation is absolute crap. I don't know why they're charging $20 for Wii games, and, you know, I think it was $10 for N64 games, when they're dark AF, they're not even 1080p, and they're stretched. Literally everything about the Wii U's emulation sucks. It's so bad. If you've seen it compared to like actually good emulation, like the NES Classic, it's terrible. From what we've heard, the people doing the emulation for NES games on the Switch is the people who made the NES Classic, so hopefully those will look good. But if you compare it, like, it's really bad. It looks ugly AF. Like, it's so bad. So let's see what you guys think. So the Pokemon, do I think Pokemon's gonna have a direct this month? They could just skip it and save it till June. Knowing the Pokemon company, sort of knowing them on a business kind of level, and I'm not a huge Pokemon guy, but I kind of know how they work a little bit in their directs and stuff. I'd say they're going to be this month, or like a week before E3. We're getting something from Pokemon Company before E3. If the game's coming out this year, we're getting something before E3, most likely. However, this is a kind of different scenario. It was announced at E3, pretty much for the first time that's really happened. So, it could be, like, actually, you know, the name and gameplay and stuff could be at E3. It very well could be. This is the first mainline Pokemon game to come to a home console. It's a huge landmark, something people have been asking ever since Red and Blue. People were like, hey, why can't we have this on a home console? And it's finally happening. Home console and the handheld. This is a monumental occasion. So they may want to save this till E3. But most likely, we will get something about it before E3. And then perhaps a big reveal will be at E3. But I think we probably will get at least something about it before E3, because it's just usually how the Pokemon Company works. This is almost, I don't think they've ever shown, done the only at E3 reveal before. So, it's a little rare that they reveal that they're working on something at E3, but they literally just revealed that they're working on it. They didn't reveal anything about it, so I think after that, they've kind of been doing their normal stuff. So, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm under the belief that we'll see Pokemon Direct this month, or right somewhere before E3. Late May, maybe, yes. Yes, yeah, I'm expecting at least that for E3. But yes, StarFox racing game. I've seen some people. Oh, also, this was shown. This apparently is StarFox Grand Prix. Apparently, is going to be the name, and this is from the E3 booth. This is some stuff from the E3 booth. So I don't know if this picture. Take this picture with a grain of salt, because I got it from somebody who tweeted out about it online on Twitter. So take this with a grain of salt. But supposedly, this is from E3. It's gonna be fake. It very well could be fake, but supposedly this is from E3. It's going to be called StarFox Grand Prix. I think it could be cool. Personally, I'd much rather have a new 2D Donkey Kong game or a 3D Donkey Kong game. But it was already unlikely that they're working on a 2D Donkey Kong game for this year since Tropical Freeze just came out. So, and Retro Studios is big enough to work on 2 projects at once. So they still could be working on this and a new Donkey Kong game. And I love Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is my favorite 2D platformer of all time. Donkey Kong 64 is an amazing platformer, not my favorite, but I think a new one on Switch, like a new 3D Donkey Kong game, could be really, really awesome. Especially since we know David Wise is at Retro Studios right now working on a project. So, new Donkey Kong game seems likely there. But, I think they're making a Donkey Kong game and the StarFox game. But I think it could be interesting, a new StarFox racing game. Apparently, one where you might be able to fight bosses and enemies while racing. One where you race around in R-Wings, you can still shoot, you can still fight enemies, but you're also racing at the same time. Like, I'm not sure exactly how that would work, but I think it'd be cool. I think it could look really beautiful. I think it's something the StarFox series... StarFox needs something good so that it doesn't die. Because StarFox is almost dead at this point. It's on life support right now. StarFox Zero was like the only game that had come out for forever, and it sucked. StarFox, you have such potential. You're such a good series, but you're not. I don't understand. StarFox 64 was such a good game, and they can't get away. Like, I understand it's an amazing game, and I love that game, but get away from it. Do something new. Stop just emulating Star Fox 64 and the original Star Fox. Like, stop on the SNES. Stop it. Stop it now. Make something new. Maybe this will, you know, spark more interest in the Star Fox series. And maybe if this sells really well, they'll be inclined to make a brand new, actually really good, unique, beautiful Star Fox game instead of the ugly, generic, you know, no multiplayer, like, terrible controls, you know, emulating exactly what N64 story already did, Star Fox Zero. So, excuse me, kind of stuffed up right now for some reason. Yeah, maybe this will spark more interest in genre. I'm interested to see how this could work. Maybe it could be really cool. Maybe it could even be, you know, like a new F-Zero kind of. F-Zero, but Star Fox. That could be really cool. I don't know. A lot of people are really wanting an F-Zero game. Maybe this will satiate that. I am not really sure. Like a Diddy Kong Racing with F-Zero sounds amazing with Retro Studios. It's a big name. Yeah, it could be like a Diddy Kong Racing with F-Zero. Very much so, yeah, because you fight bosses and all kinds of stuff in that as well. So, yeah, I think that that's a pretty good. I don't know if you got that yourself or saw somebody on Twitter say that, but that's a good comparison. It does sound amazing. I really want Mario Kart to do a sort of Diddy Kong Racing single player where you actually have like a kind of open, you got like this open world like hub, and then you can like do like an actual story mode where you can like fight bosses and stuff and like race bosses and things like that. Mario Kart needs that, I think. That's kind of the, like, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is almost the perfect Mario Kart. It just doesn't have that much single-player stuff. It's pretty much mostly multiplayer. It's the perfect multiplayer Mario Kart, but it needs more single-player stuff. Kind of the problem with Smash 4, actually, is Smash 4 is almost the perfect, like, multiplayer Smash, but it has, like, no single-player content. I think Smash 4 also needs more modes. It's kind of just, it's really good for the one mode if you like just like stock and stuff. But it doesn't have that many new modes. We need that tag team. We need like every stock being a different character. We need cool stuff like that. And single player. That's Smash and Mario Kart are kind of the same situation there. But maybe this will kind of satiate that as well. The character roster and StarFox accents are pretty strong. They can tap to for racing game, fly on land. Yeah, flying on land. Yeah, because they got they got the R-Wings, they got the tanks. You could maybe even do one where you use like the chicken walker. That'd be kind of funny. Yeah, I think it sounds awesome. And I can't wait to see this, assuming that it's true. We shall see. Also, I just realized I still have Naruto open from last night. I forgot to close that out. It's just sitting there in my tabs open. That's pretty funny. In my mind, that's pretty funny. I don't know why. But yeah, guys, a little bit of a longer, actually a way longer than usual coffee talk. I wanted to get everything that I wanted to talk about last week when I couldn't. Most topics that I couldn't talk about last week, we talked about here. Ones at least that I didn't cover in the podcast or other coffee talks. I only did like one coffee talk last week, so I wanted to cover everything. Lots of new information came out even this morning, like with the StarFox rumor here about the StarFox racing game. So lots of really cool stuff here, but that's all we have for a coffee talk. So if you guys have any last comments, throw them in the comments. I'll answer them, but we will be ending off very soon here. The StarFox 2 Chicken Walker, that sounds like a lot of fun. It does. So I'll give you guys just one more minute to type in any comments. I'll read them, to my thoughts, and then we'll end this because we're coming up actually close on an hour, which is kind of the plan, so it's fine. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a little bit of time to put any questions if you want. Thanks for the coffee talk. No problem. I love doing these every morning, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, looks like that's all you guys wanted to say. So, anyways, guys, if you liked this coffee talk, that's all for today. If you liked this coffee talk, make sure to like and subscribe for more coffee talks Monday through Friday. Normal videos Monday through Saturday, and gaming live streams Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you guys are watching this after the fact, not live, let me know about all the topics that you are interested in down in the comments below. I'd love to read up on your theories and your insights and opinions on everything I talked about. So let me know down in the comments below, and I'll make sure to check those out after the fact. And again, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It really helps a lot. I'll be doing a game giveaway at 1,100 subscribers. So once we hit that, I'll give out the information on how that giveaway is working, because it will be kind of a thing where I give it away to people who are in a giveaway live stream. So make sure to stay tuned for those. You don't want to miss them. It's the only chance you get to get in on these giveaway games, because I like to give giveaways to active users instead of just random people who are just here for giveaways. But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see all you awesome people later on What About Nintendo. Bye!